Hey guys, it is the Crazy Girl, and I'm here with Maverick. Say hi to everybody. He's watching his cartoons. So, I wanted to hop on and do an update video because a few days ago I had let you guys know that Maverick was in the hospital, and I believe at that point we've been in the hospital for 6 days, 5 or 6 days. I don't really remember which day I did it, but we've been in the hospital for a while, and stuff happened since then. Obviously, we are home, as you can see. We've been home. Today is Sunday, so it's Sunday morning. We got released from the second hospital we were in from on Friday afternoon. So basically, I think when I checked in with you guys last, we were after his second treatment. It's called IVIG, which is like the main treatment for Kawasaki disease. So he was after his second dose of that, and he was currently at that point fever free. So we were waiting to see what was going to happen because one of the requirements for him to go home was that he needed to be fever free for 36 hours. So the first time they gave him IVIG, he lasted about 16 before his fever came back, and then the second time it came back, of course, since I told you we went to a new hospital, it came back about that same time, around 16 hours, his fevers came back, which was very concerning to them, that his fevers were not staying away with the IVIG treatment, and they also were not staying away. He was on a high dose of aspirin for Kawasaki disease, and so that was also not helping. And then they were still giving him Tylenol on top of that, and he was still getting fevers. So that was concerning for them. And then they were also very concerned because Kawasaki disease inflames blood vessels, and so there was some issues with his heart, which happens a lot with Kawasaki disease, I guess. I don't really still know a lot about it, like in general. I just kind of know about it in regards to what happened with Maverick. So they told me that it causes a lot of heart issues, and that it's like the leading cause of heart disease in children and all of these things. So pretty scary stuff. So they were doing regular echoes to check the progress of his heart and the inflammation that was happening there. Here, 1 second. I'm gonna have to put you guys down. Come here, Maverick. Oh goodness, it's okay. He's still a little bit fussy, and still not feeling super great. But anyways, his fevers came back. His echoes were getting progressively worse. In the first one, there was only a little bit of inflammation and enlargement of one vessel. The second, there was more in that one, and then the second one had started to get bigger, and then that was enough of a concern for them that they felt like he definitely needed to be seen by the pediatric rheumatologist as well as another cardiologist. The team at the hospital we were at was great, but they felt like since he wasn't responding to treatment and his heart was getting worse, they wanted him somewhere that had more specialists. So we actually were ambulanced from the hospital that we were at where I shot that last video. We were ambulanced from that hospital to the other hospital that I had mentioned. And we were taken to a room, and people came in, and it was pretty whirlwindy the first day we were there. A lot of people were coming in and out, a lot of students, and then of course all the specialists and the people on his team that were working to help him feel better. And they put him on a steroid pretty much right away, which helped a ton. It actually, the entire time we were in the second hospital, he didn't have a fever. So it seemed like the steroid was really what he needed, and it helped him out a lot. So he was fever free at that point, but they were still concerned about his heart because his heart was still getting worse, and he still wasn't really eating because his lips were still peeling, which they still are kind of. They are still healing. His lips were peeling, his tongue is still really sensitive, and the inside of his mouth was still swollen. So they were concerned about him not eating enough. They wanted to see him eating better. But they mostly wanted to see that the damage to his heart was stopping. So we had to wait until he got an echo that showed that his heart hadn't gotten worse. which we got on Friday. And so since he was, hey, you say hi. Since he was fever-free for 48 hours, it's 48 hours at that hospital, 48 hours, and then his echo, he finally got one back where his heart hadn't got worse. They agreed to let him go home. So we've been home since Friday night, and he's doing a little bit better, but he's still very cranky. I know, buddy. Oh, goodness. So he's still not feeling super well. He's still really weak. His appetite hasn't fully come back yet. They said that it can take a few weeks to even a couple of months for him to fully get back to normal. So we are just kind of rolling with it. He's got to see his normal pediatrician as well as outpatient stuff with that rheumatologist and the cardiologist to make sure that his heart is okay and that the Kawasaki disease clears up completely. So that's pretty much where we're at. He's mostly okay. He actually started vomiting last night, which I'm waiting to hear back if we need to take him back for that. They said for fevers, but they didn't say anything about vomiting, so we'll see. The medication that he's on is really upsetting to his tummy, so we'll see. But I think he just wants snugs, and he would like me to stop talking. So I think that's everything. Right now we're just kind of in a wait and see and hoping that everything continues to resolve itself. And yeah, so we will go and snugs and let him get some more rest. But thank you guys for all the well wishes that I was getting. And yeah, right now things are okay. We're back home. We were in the hospital for 8 days. So that was the longest I've ever been in the hospital. Anyways, thank you guys for checking out the video and being concerned about Maverick. He's doing a lot better, and hopefully we'll continue to improve. So thank you guys so much. Bye.